Hey guys, this is Eric Weingart with Weingart Racing. Today's Saturday, so it's a little update video telling about what's going on in the shop. These videos last between 3 and 5 minutes. Let's get started. What are we looking at here? Well, this is a Dart SHP Pro block that I picked up. It's all fully machined, and it does have a little bit of a problem that I'll tell you about in a minute. But what's going to happen with this? For those who've been following my channel, I'm getting ready to have a dyno mule engine built, and what I'm going to do with the engine is I'll dyno test with a set of heads, and I'll keep taking off the heads, doing something different to the heads, re-dynoing the heads. So for instance, I can tell you the first thing. So here's your top secret voodoo stuff. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to port the exhaust port, no other part of the head, and see what it does. And then I'm going to open up the throat and make it really big on the exhaust and a whole bunch of different stuff. Just trying little different aspects of porting the heads to see how much it actually gains or losses. This is the starting point. This block is like I said, it's Dart SHP Pro, which is probably more than what it needs to be. Now this block I picked up for a pretty good deal. At least I think it was a good deal. 2 years ago probably wouldn't have been a good deal, but this isn't bad. It does have a couple issues, but it's going to be perfect for the dyno thing, so let me go and explain. It's a 400 bore, 4155 bore. It does have a big block cam core, and it's got the 903 lifters, which is great. So that part's strong, nice billet caps and everything else. The only thing is this engine had been blown up. And so what happens is it's got a sleeve in one of the cylinders, and he filled it with, if you look down in there, glass. So it's got hard block from here down, which I'm not too concerned about, to be honest with you. It's perfect for a dyno thing, and honestly, it'd work perfect in a drag car because he was going to sell it to drag people anyway. This company that I got this from, his name is Bob's Machine Shop, or BMS, here in Holbert, Oklahoma. Pretty good deal on this, I have to say. The machine work looks spot on, and they know what they're doing. It's already been pressure tested, everything should be fine. Eventually this is going to turn into a 400. So let me tell you some of the specs it should have. It's going to have a SCAT 4340 forged crank, SCAT forged rods, and probably some Race Tech flat top pistons. And we're gonna have some AFR enforcer heads and a single plane intake manifold. The camshaft, are already trying to get Urson to make one for this. It's gonna be a 260, 270 on a 108 and about 650 lift. That's about a generic camshaft should work with all we're doing. So if they don't do it, I'll get Comp to make one for me, and I'll just pie it because I wanna get this thing going. I'm hoping by maybe the end of December, or end of November, start of December, this thing should be putting out some dyno polls so we can see. This will be really exciting for all you guys that want to see different dyno stuff, but this is it. This is never going to go in the car. I'm just going to use it for dyno stuff. Maybe just for fun, we'll see how the dyno compares to the track, but that's later. Anyway, that's a pretty big deal though, I have to say. That's going to be really neat, and you need to follow along for that. What's going on with the S10? I bought new wheels. Why? Because these are billet specialties. They'll work with a 5/8 stud. You know what sucks though? And I don't understand this about wheel manufacturers at all. I want this in black. I've got billet specialties on my car, and their black design just has a black here, this part, and I think if you have the bead lock, it goes all the way around here. That's it. So you're like, you're putting silver on? Absolutely not. They had black 5-star wheels on before, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take these wheels and go get them powder coated. I did buy new tires. I bought the Mickey Thompson 275 6015 SS Streets. And I know some of you are like, oh, I told you get the Radio Pros. I am driving it on the street, so I want a street tire for this set. Eventually I'm gonna have to save up to get some bead locks for some slicks, just because I want both, of course, to test back and back. That's cool with that, but I'm gonna show you something else. I'm getting started to pull apart the S10, so I'm kind of labeling some of the stuff so I know where it goes. A lot of stuff's getting ready to change, so the engine's getting ready to come out. But I wanna show you this too. Of course, I've got a box on top of it. This is the new primary fuel tank. So I'm getting rid of this black one that's already here. This is from Rhodes Race Cars, because as you know, I'm gonna run both a carb and EFI. I'll switch back and forth. This one is you can use it really for either, but this is an EFI pump, and it's actually got 2 pumps, 2 450s. So this is kind of neat. It'll be great for what I'm doing. The pumps are inside the tank, so it won't be quite as loud. I can kick on one at a time. This would be neat, but more work to it. So This one will be for gas or pretty much gas, and maybe I'll fill it up with Pump E85 if I run on that tune. However, I'll still keep that fuel cell for the methanol and any carburetor stuff. So, although this can run carburetor as well. And I'll have 2 regulators up front. I'll show you that whenever it gets to that point. But anyway, that's kind of what's going on. Besides, oh, one more thing. I forgot about the S10. The torque converter came in for it too. That's a PTC converter. It's a 10-inch deal for the new engine, not for this engine. And it's for that engine right there, actually. So that part's there. The only part really I'm waiting for that would make this thing final complete is the third member, which I've already ordered. It'll just take a while, I guess. Anyway, that's kind of what's going on in the shop, letting you guys know. I want to thank all of you guys for watching my channel. And if you're wanting a FedEx update, not a soul is contacting me. So I'd recommend you share the living tar of that video. Because I don't think they care unless it's over 1 million views. And I'd make not a fortune if it made 1 million views. It would definitely be my most watched one. But nobody's contacted me. Not one single person since that video came out. Nobody from FedEx to say, hey, at least we're sorry for boot kicking your box. And I have to say this too, because I know some of you are watching. Some of the things that some of you have said is, hey, it should have been packaged better. If you weigh each head, they weigh about 35 pounds apiece. That's a total of 70 pounds. If you look at the shipping label, it weighed 87 pounds. So let's do some math. 70 or 87 minus 70 is 17 pounds. That means there was 17 pounds of cardboard that was in that box protecting those heads. So when you say not packaged properly, do you know how to recognize how much 17 pounds of cardboard is? Yeah. I don't know if that was it. But anyway, no one's contacted me. Guys, thanks for watching, and take care.